Okay, so now we know what ads we want to run, to which audiences, and how we want to set up our campaigns, to which stage of the customer journey. The next step is to actually jump into Facebook and start building it, building our campaigns and sticking our ads in there. So let's jump across into Facebook. So you're going to be pretty familiar with logging into facebook.com. And if you go to your site, I'm going to go to Geelong Winery Tours, as I mentioned. That's Dad's business. So we're going to do some stuff in here, Geelong Winery Tours. I am an admin on this page, so as you will be on your own page. All right, so once you're on your page, you've got a few different ways that you can start setting up ads. You can click up here and go to Manage Ads, which is going to take you to the Ads Manager, Facebook Ads Manager. Or if you type in business.facebook.com, it's going to take you to Facebook's Business Manager, which is by far the preference that you want to be going for. Now, the only reason I see two businesses is because I have the chartered course, and I also have access to my dad's Facebook business, which is the business account that we're going to jump into. Now, if you don't see your business in here, you may see what I think will be a creation page. So you may have never started before. If you haven't started before, come to business.facebook.com/create and follow along with these instructions to create a Business Manager account. The Business Manager account will be connected to your personal Facebook page, but the main benefits of it are that you're going to be able to manage the business's settings, bring in other pages like your Instagram page, potentially manage other brands as well. So if let's say you've got two different stores and they've got two different Facebook pages, so you might have like a physical store in one location and one in another. You can bring them both into the Business Manager, so you can manage them both out of the same place rather than having to log into the different Facebook pages and try and manage page roles in there. So it just gives you I'll jump into the Geelong Winery Tours one here. It just gives you really good control over, as you would expect, over your business, your ads, and also things like your permissions and other settings and stuff like that. So make sure before you go any further that you sign up for a Facebook Business Manager account via that business.facebook.com/create page if you don't already have one. So now we're in the Business Manager for Geelong Winery Tours, and we're going to get straight into starting to set up some ads. So I'm going to come into Ads Manager. And if you've had a little bit of a play around with ads before, you're going to probably see something like this. You're going to see some post names, some traffic, engagement. You know, you might see these are campaigns that obviously Dad has named himself. Here are campaign names that Facebook has automatically generated for boosted posts, it looks like. So you can already see here that it doesn't really make sense naming a campaign, post, "We Need to Smile." You lose the context of what that was about and what the actual objective was. And you can see here why it's so important to actually think about what the campaign is and then start setting up things after that, not naming the campaign from the ad up, which is what Facebook is doing there automatically. So you can see here they've got it mapped out: campaigns, ad sets, and ads. You should be familiar with that now from the previous lessons. But what we want to do is actually set it up better than what Facebook automatically generate here. So let's come into campaigns, and I'm going to jump between the previous slides that I've showed you, so I can grab some of the text and remind myself who the audiences are. So just bear with me as I jump between the two. Hopefully you don't get too dizzy or lost. So I'm going to come into here. This is the copy that we're using. So I'm going to start by setting up the brand awareness ads. So I'm jump back across into the Facebook Business Manager now, and I'm going to go create. Start again. I was obviously doing something on there. So this is what you're going to see, and if you don't see this, you might be in the quick creation mode. All you want to do is go switch to guided creation, and you'll see the same version that I'm looking at. I could do this, which is going to set up, it's going to go about it a similar way, but I actually want to use the switch to guided creation because it's a little bit easier to follow along if you're quite new to the ads platform. So campaign, we're starting here at campaign, then we're getting into the ad set, and then we're getting into the ads. It follows along with the same structure of the lesson that we've just gone through, and you can, it's hopefully just reinforcing the importance of thinking about those 3 different layers. So starting with campaign, choosing your objective. So this was brand awareness, so I'm going to just go for a reach. So the campaign name, let's go COVID-19 reach. Nah, that's bad. Let's do something a little bit more optimistic. Winter 2020 reach. So this is a campaign that we're going to run, say, for the next 3 months. Going to hit continue. You're going to see here that it's jumped down into page. If I wanted to jump back into the campaign itself, I can come back up here, and I might actually do that. So I set up the budget. Let's put a lifetime budget on this campaign. No, let's put a daily budget on this campaign of $20. So what I want to do, I think I probably want to spend about $300 a month on Facebook ads. This is just going to come down to your business size, your marketing budget, the revenue or return that you end up seeing from this will also dictate the sustainability of the budget. So $300 a month. I'm going to start with these two campaigns that I've got. So actually, I might put another one in the future. So let's say it's $100 per campaign. So you can see how this breaks down really fast into not a massive budget per post, per audience, or per campaign. But we're going to go with a daily budget of, let's go $5 for this particular campaign. So 5 times 5 threes is $150 a month for this campaign if it was to consume the entire budget. But it won't, because I'll probably turn a few things on and off and tweak it along the way as we start to learn a bit about how these ads perform. So a daily budget of $5, at least I know that that's my maximum exposure on this particular campaign. Choose your Facebook page, Geelong Winery Tours, and we're going to be creating a new audience. We could use a saved audience, and if once you've started saving your own audiences and building custom audiences like those people who have visited your website, I still need to show you how to install a pixel. Then you'll start seeing some saved audiences in there. So you can see there we've got one for Geelong Winery Tours that's visitors to the region, food and wine lovers. Now that's not who we're setting up here. Now we're setting up Gen Y Fun and Friends here, which if I go back here, we're within 40Ks, 25 to 40 years, all genders, fun with friends, interested in events, online shopping, and we're a traveller. So let's start to bang some of those demographics and detailed targeting into Facebook, and we'll see what audience size it says it has available to us. So let's start with location. There you can see Facebook's telling you to keep a large enough audience basically to have an effective campaign, which is what we discussed before. So let's get rid of that, and we're going to say include Geelong. That actually looks pretty good, and it's already stuck the 40 kilometres on there. So you can see up here the audience size now is 330,000 people. That's obviously everybody within this location, living or recently in this location. Now that's too big, and it's also not detailed enough targeting. I don't want to target every 18 to 65 plus year old in the region. I want to target Gen Y Fun and Friends, which was about, don't even know if I've got Gen Y right, but let's go 25 to 40 year olds. So now you can see it's pulled it down to 140,000. We've dropped 200,000 people. Good, but we can do even better. So in detailed targeting, click edit, include people who match. So I'm going to go food and wine because it's the broadest one that we've got. So I'm going to choose that one first. We're down to 16,000 people. That's already starting to get down to the bottom end of where I'd want to be. I wouldn't want it to go too much further than that, but let's see what we're going to get when we start adding some other things like they're interested in events, online shopping, or they're a traveler. So you could also, you can search by just going traveler, frequent travelers. Now, here's something to know. So this is actually just increased the audience size. So why is that? It's because I've done it wrong and I've added an interest rather than narrowed it down. So I've said anybody that's either a frequent traveler or interested in food and wine. What I actually want to do is narrow the audience and go, they're interested in food and wine and they're a traveler as well. So you'll see that's actually pulled the audience down to 9,000 people. And that's probably as low as I want to go for this campaign and this audience size within the campaign. You go much lower than that and you're probably not really going to get the results you want, and you're not going to get the reach that you need to get the results you want. So I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to hit save this audience and let's call it exactly what I named it there. Gen Y Fun and Friends. Cool. You can see here it's gone from audience down to placements. I'm going to just let Facebook do it automatically for reach. I'm going to set a start and end date. And the start date is today. Cool. Let's just change that. I'm going to change that to tomorrow to make sure that I can run this past the business owner. And then I'm going to pop it at the end of July because I said this is going to be a 3-month campaign. We're still going to watch it. We're still going to log in along the way. But for now, let's set up a 3-month campaign and make sure that it ends on a particular date. And I'm going to hit continue. We've already set the budget at the campaign level, so I don't think I need to do it at that ad set level. And here we are now. We've got the ad name. So now we've set the campaign up. We've set our initial audience up, and now we're ready to start setting up our first ad. So I'm going to jump back into here and I'm going to look for what do I think is one of our strongest messages to the Gen Y Fun and Friends audience. Oh, I reckon I like that. Tag a local producer. I like that. Which local winery are you missing most? I love that. We miss you too. We can't wait to. So you want to pick the copy here that's going to work together, complement each other, and not fight against each other or like absolutely not make sense together. So first, we're going to choose. I'm going to go in and choose an image for this. So remembering that it was a Gen Y. So we don't want folks like, we sort of don't want photos of people in their, 50s and 60s. We're going to change the image. I was clicking that up there. What I actually want to do is choose an image up here. So I'm going to click upload. I'm going to go into the images that I've got here and I'm going to zoom in and I'm just looking for a Gen Y. Can be a group, could be a couple. It's probably actually not a bad idea to test the two. So one is a small group and one is a couple. I really like that. That looks like they're having fun and it looks like a social image. Also like this one here. I might come back and use that in a separate ad. So let's just hit upload. That's just doing its thing. Once that's done, you got the blue box around it. I'm going to hit continue. This image is going to change. And if I scroll down here, you can see that's what it's starting to look like. That text has just grabbed it from our generic, probably about us or something. What I actually want is to come over here and say, I like that. Who do you know that desperately needs a winery date with you? There we go. So again, it's brand awareness and we're just trying to get engagement on this post. We don't want it to look too silly, anything like that. But you know, we want it to look social. We want it to look interesting. I think that looks pretty good, and it's on brand. So let's go add a website URL, and this is where I said the copy that we have here needs to work together. So if we've just chosen who do you know that desperately needs a winery date with you, let's keep it pretty social with where are you looking forward to going with your friends. And in the description, let's put it, let's make sure people know that we are a tour company. Now, this is showing the mobile newsfeed. If I go over to desktop newsfeed, you can see the description in there. So you just got to prioritize the copy that you're using. So under mobile, we're looking forward to going with friends. Who do you know that desperately needs a winery date with you? I like that. And in here, I'm just going to go geelongwinerytours.com.au. That's our website URL. And we're going to choose a button. Let's go learn more. So I know this is a brand awareness ad. Or should I leave it, or I'm going to get rid of it. I'm going to remove the call. I'm going to remove that button, so we can have that across the whole thing. And then if somebody clicks through, they're still going to go through to the website. But I'm going to keep it a little bit more social than having that button in there. Doesn't mean you have to. And I can also show you how to duplicate this ad and add that button on another variation. But for now, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to go through and review a few things. You can see there conversion tracking is on, so we're using Geelong Winery Tours Pixel. I'll show you how to do that in the next video. And it's saying there, you can see there, your ad can't promote to sales or consumption to minors and can't be shown in countries where the promotion of alcohol is permitted. That's fine, because I'm pretty sure up here I've got the ad set being to 25 to 40-year-olds. So we should well and truly be over that, over the minimum age. And I'm just going to rename, while I'm here, this ad set name from 18 plus to Gen Y Fun and Friends, which matches the audience that we've selected down here. So let's see how that goes. Let's go continue. We're happy with everything. Once we're happy with everything, we're not happy with that. So what did we name here? Here you want to have it, you want to name it something like, something that reminds you, looking forward to going with friends. That'll do. That's going to remind me what the ad was. I'm going to hit confirm. It's going to take a few seconds. Sometimes it rejects it and just says, you know, like you've got this little thing wrong or this little thing wrong. You can see that up here in the top right hand corner, it's publishing it. So we'll just give it a sec. Then once it's done publishing, you can see here now, this is already starting to make a bit more sense. We've got Winter 2020 for Reach, a Reach campaign. If I was to click through to there, you can see that the ad set is there, but let's go. If I was to click through to there, it's going to filter the ad sets in here. If I was to click through to there, it's going to filter the ads within that ad set. So you can see how these three layers are really starting to make sense. So that was a bit to get your head around. That's how to set up an ad in Facebook. We've just set up one. We're going to get into a couple more in one of the next videos. But in the very next video, I'm going to show you how to set up the Facebook Pixel so you can start building an audience around who's been to your website and what pages they visited. So then you can potentially customize ads to people who have done things like abandon their shopping cart, and you can give them an offer in Facebook to come back and complete that purchase. There's some pretty cool stuff, but there's one thing you need to do in Facebook and on your website before you can start doing that. So let's jump in and have a look at how to do that.